And finally, our governor. Starting his first business when he was in high school, Governor Greg Gianforte has spent a career creating jobs. In 1997, Greg and his wife Susan founded Right Now Technologies from their Bozeman home and grew it into the town's largest commercial employer, creating over 500 good-paying Montana jobs. After 34 years in the private sector, Greg Gianforte was elected Montana's 25th governor in November of 2020, earning more votes than any candidate for governor in history, and with the largest margin of victory for a first-term governor since 1920. He was reelected in November, making him the first Republican to take office for a second term since 1996. Under Governor Gianforte's leadership, more Montanans are working now than ever before. Unemployment is at record lows, and Montana has set records in job and business creation. Governor, thank you for your leadership and service to the state of Montana. We are honored to be here with you and Susan today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 25th governor of the great state of Montana, Greg Gianforte.
I, Greg Gianforte,
I, Greg Gianforte,
do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Montana,
and the Constitution of the State of Montana,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
as Governor of the State of Montana
as Governor of the State of Montana
with fidelity, so help me God.
with fidelity, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Please be seated. My fellow Montanans, thank you for the trust you've placed in me to lead our great state. Before I begin, I want to thank a few people, starting with my dear wife, Susan. Your love, encouragement, and unwavering support are truly my foundation. I would not be standing here without you, and I'm eternally grateful. Thank you. And to my partner in the Montana comeback, Lieutenant Governor Christian Juras, thank you for your steadfast counsel, friendship, and commitment to serving our great state. Together, we've worked hard to deliver, and I'm honored to continue that work alongside you. Thank you. To Chief Justice Corey Swanson, I look forward to seeing you lead the Montana Supreme Court with integrity, ensuring that our courts uphold the law and not political agendas. Your dedication to our first principles gives us great confidence in the judiciary's role in preserving liberty here in Montana. And to my fellow constitutional officers and all of the legislators, congratulations. I look forward to working with all of you to secure a brighter future for Montana. As I stand before you today, I am filled with optimism about Montana's future, but also for America's future. Thomas Jefferson once said, "I like dreams of the future better than the history of the past." Let us dream boldly and work together to make our dreams a reality. Today, as I look across the crowd, I'm reminded of something profound about Montana. America lives here. It lives in the hearts of each person who calls this place home. But Montana is more than a place. It's a promise and a way of life. It's where freedom roams as wide as our skies, where opportunity is as vast as our plains, where resilience runs as deep as our rivers. Here in Montana, our hardworking farmers and ranchers feed the world. We enjoy our God-given freedoms that no government and no bureaucrat can take away from us. Our police officers, firefighters, first responders, and service members protect our way of life. Our teachers unlock the imagination of our students to build a brighter future. Our miners keep the lights on, not just for our state, but across the region and the world. Our entrepreneurs innovate and create good-paying jobs. Montana remains a frontier for every American to reach their full potential. That's because the best of America and the American dream lives in Montana. And it's here where we are proving what is possible when the government gets out of the way and empowers the people. Today, I am optimistic, not just about Montana's future, but about America's future as well. As Todd mentioned, 4 years ago, when I took this oath of office, we faced uncertainty in the wake of the pandemic that had upended so many lives. Families grieved. Businesses were shuttered. Kids weren't in the classroom. Government mandates dictated our lives. Our dreams were put on hold, albeit temporarily. But then something extraordinary happened. Montanans, true to our spirit, rose up. Together, we unleashed freedom, we reopened our economy, and we proved that with determination we can weather any storm. And we emerged from the storm stronger than ever. But like the effects of any storm, there have been headwinds from failed leadership in Washington. Inflation, rising prices, and a higher cost of living have made it harder for Montana families to make ends meet. An irresponsible border policy caused crime and fentanyl to pour across our state and nation. But despite these headwinds, working together, we delivered. With the help of our partners in the legislature, we let Montanans keep more of what they earn, with the largest income tax cut in state history, which left more money in the pockets of Montanans at every single income level. Thanks to the Montana National Guard, we did our part to secure the southern border, because a country without borders is no country at all. And we enacted conservative reforms to unleash our economy and empower our workers. Now, Montana is a national leader. Montanans' wages grew at the second fastest rate in our country over the last 4 years, outpacing inflation. More Montanans are working than ever before, with record job and business creation, and we expanded public access to over 100,000 acres of public lands because, yes, public lands belong in public hands. On Election Day, Montanans endorsed this vision. They chose leadership that understands that tax dollars belong with the people, not with the government. Leadership that stands with the men and women of law enforcement. Leadership that invests in our future, especially our children's future. Leadership that brings the American dream into greater reach for every Montanan. And leadership that sees America as a fundamentally good place, filled with good, hardworking people. For the first time in nearly 130 years, Montanans have entrusted Republicans with every statewide office, both chambers of the legislature, and every congressional seat. Ultimately, Montanans spoke loud and clear. They want leadership that delivers. That trust carries a solemn responsibility, and together we will deliver. As we look to the future, our vision remains to create more good-paying jobs for Montanans, open the doors of greater opportunity, and protect our Montana way of life. This conservative vision, centered on family and community and our way of life, will continue to guide us. This is a historic moment. And ladies and gentlemen, Montanans have sent us here to work together to help them with the challenges that they face, to help them keep more of their hard-earned money, to reduce taxes, to stand up for law enforcement and improve public safety, to strengthen our communities, and to invest in and for future generations. As I take office for a second term today, I pledge not only to continue fighting for you, but also to share the lessons we've learned here with the rest of the country. Because America needs more of what Montana has to offer. Serving as your governor, I've seen it firsthand. One of the best and most important parts of my job is being able to meet with Montanans where they live and work. Every year since I've held office, I've honored my commitment to visit Montanans in every one of our 56 counties. I sat down with parents and teachers who help our kids across the state reach their full, outstanding potential. I sat down with farmers and ranchers who produce the world's best ag products. I've sat down with small business owners and innovators who drive our expanding economy. And you know what I learned? There is no monopoly on good ideas. Despite our divided politics, Montanans are united in the defense of this, the last best place. Edmund Burke, an English statesman who deeply influenced our founding fathers, once wrote, "Society is a partnership between the dead, the living, and the yet to be born." I think that's true. Whether you're a legislator, constitutional officer, a local official, we're all motivated by that principle, to leave Montana and America better than we found it. As I said 4 years ago, I look forward to working with anyone, Democrat, Republican, Independent, who has a good idea. That's what our United States is all about. With what we've been able to achieve together, Montana can and should be a model for our sometimes fractured nation. We are more than just a place on a map. We are the beating heart of the American promise. The best of America lives here in each and every Montanan. I'm deeply humbled by the trust you have placed in me and our vision. Together, we will continue to nurture the American dream that flourishes in our people, ensuring that Montana remains not just the last best place, but a shining example of what our nation can and should be. By the grace of God, we will deliver for our families, our communities, and our way of life, because when Montana thrives, America thrives. May God bless you, our great state of Montana, and these our United States. Thank you so much.